All right, ladies and gent, we are here in the not so very sunny North Florida region. It's been raining like hell all day, and they're predicting a freeze tomorrow. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? There's gonna be a freeze in Florida. Shut down the schools, shut down the bridges, shut down the world, but we're not shutting down the garden. Today, for all you garden enthusiasts, we are gonna go over with a father-son team here, Nate and Mike. We're going over the basics 101 of frost cloth, vegetables that are coming into prime. That this is the first time actually that I'm covering vegetables. Usually I roll the dice and see what nature brings. None of my ornamentals will get covered. If they get hit back, that's what nature does. But worked really hard, and there's a lot of good stuff coming. Cabbage, which I'm really looking forward to. Sauerkraut. We still got prime collards, kohlrabi, bok choy. My mother, who's down 13 pounds with her kale smoothie something, she's been picking out all the kales. Actually, I just put some more kale in this past weekend. If John shows us here, I've been planting about every 10 days. Leaf lettuce, I prefer the purple. They say it's more nutrient dense in values, so I'm going to believe them. Over there is another batch, so again, about 6 plants. Gives my family and I enough free lettuce to go around all winter. But at any rate, we'll go over some more of the plants over there. Cauliflower, broccoli, which I think it was last weekend we cut almost 40 heads off, and then we've got a new handy, what's that thing called, fellas, that sucks the air out and you vacuum seal, and it's a good one and it works like a gem. So really happy about that. So this time of the year, it's a really great time to be growing this stuff, grow your own food. But like I said, there's going to be a freeze. What are we going to do? We're going to put this frost cloth right like these guys are doing, simple staples. Now, how these beds were designed, and again, we haven't done this strategically, we put the 4x4s up in preparation for a frost so we could do exactly what we're doing. And again, this isn't time tested, but it looks to me like it's going to work out just fine. So it's 6x25 frost cloth, easy on, easy off, staples, and a staple gunner, the 3 things that we're going to use to prepare. Typically, they say, and I would turn the irrigation on, get the water saturated, but like I said, it's been raining like hell all day here, so we're pretty saturated, and that's just going to keep the moisture and basically the heat around the soil and the plants. Typically, the danger point is 3 days for more than 3 hours under 32. So we're predicted at 4 hours under 32 one time. So again, I don't want to roll the dice. You probably could, but because the stuff is so prime, we're going to cover it. And then they're predicting another frost this weekend. So me being the lazy gardener, or always pushing the limit of doing the least and getting the most out of the garden, I'm just going to leave it on and see what happens this weekend. If we don't get frost, well, then I'll pull it off. The importance of the frost cloth is, well, let's say, and a lot of people want to use plastic or blankets. The negative to plastic is you put it on there and then the sun comes out tomorrow, and although it was freezing at 5 a.m., by 10 a.m. it's just starting to magnify and you can actually burn the plants underneath. Blankets, the reason why I don't like them, they're heavy and they could damage whatever is underneath, whether it be an ornamental branch, a flower, or a cabbage, or collards in this case. So I think that in a nutshell, what we're looking at is 3 hours for 3 days in a row. You know you're going to get long-term damage. In this case, we don't want to damage any of the food crops. So that 3-hour point is making me worried enough to test the design of the raised bed garden. And I don't know, guys, what's it take? Less than 5 minutes?
Yeah, less, yeah.
Less than 5. If I was doing it by myself, probably double or triple and a couple F-bombs because the wind would come and get it. But these guys are so great to come out and help me here. So that's where we're at. 101 frost cloth and save your food. Grow your food first and then save it from the frost. But you know, in all reality, I really like it when it freezes here in North Florida. I think it helps keep the insect population down. Some things like pears, and there's a lot of things that need what they call cold chilling hours. And if we don't get that freeze, or it's an abnormally warm season or winter season, you sometimes see the plants suffer in harvest if it's an edible. On the fruit trees, flowers start to lack, roses sometimes. I really feel like a lot of plants here in North Florida really go off the next year when we get a freeze. So hopefully this is not the only one, in my opinion. I know people don't like to go out in the mail in less than flip-flops, or more than flip-flops, I should say. But for us plant people out there, I think it's a really good thing for the local landscape. So psyched about that. Hopefully we get another one on Saturday or Sunday or whenever they're going to call for it. We're calling for it, and we'll see what happens.